El Toro is one of the gnarliest skate spots ever documented in human history. It's 20 stairs of pure fear, death, pain, but in some cases, victory. Now, we recently saw Chris Joslin tray flip El Toro, but did you know that that was actually 8 years after his first attempt, where the first landing saw his truck break and the board throw him off? So a lot of people put it up for contention whether or not it should or shouldn't count, but now, in 2025, that trick is undeniable. My man has absolutely smashed it. But did you guys also know that there is a bunch of skaters that paved the way before him by ollieing, switch ollieing, 180, kick flipping, and a few other tricks down this stair set? Well, in this video, we're actually going to go over all of those, ending with the fantastic Gmar tray flip down El Toro. So with that being said, let's get into trick number one. And by the way, disclaimer, do not try any of these tricks at home. Let's get into number one. Now, if you didn't know already, this is Don, and he was the first ever skateboarder to ollie down El Toro. An absolute incredible feat. It's one of them things where once someone does it, it inspires a lot of other people to try it. But don't worry about that. Let's see what Don has to say about this iconic first ollie.
The whole idea of ollieing El Toro, I guess, it started like at our house. I guess we were just chilling, and then someone said something about El Toro. Nobody had ollied it or something, and I was like, I think I was kind of, I was a little buzzed, and I was like, I'll go try it tomorrow, whatever. And we went the next morning, and we tried it, and it worked. We got there, and I was like, I don't know, I can't really remember. I was kind of shaky a little bit, but I was like, I went all the way to the back of the gate and was like, just push as fast as I could, just seeing if I could even have enough speed to do it or whatever, you know? I didn't even know, but like, so I just went all the way to the back and tried it. First try, somehow luckily landed it. Luck of the draw.
Honestly, you'll never see someone look so nonchalant about landing something so freaking scary. Like, this is one of them stair sets, I guarantee you, where if you stand at it in real life, it's going to be 10 times scarier, longer, and bigger than what it looks like on video, because I've been to Lyon 25, right? And that stair set on video looks a fraction of the size that it is in real life. So I can only imagine the same sort of thing is similar for El Toro. But yeah, you can look on Don's face and see that he's like, was that it? Was that all I had to do? Ollie it? Hands did go down, got to point that out, but it's the first person to do it, so plus it's 2001, man. Skateboarding was at such a lower level back then compared to now.
This guy, his name was Dan. He was supposed to shoot the photo and he shot it, but he shot a sequence of it for some reason, and I was like out of the frame most of the sequences. He like totally blew it.
As if, and then you also hear the photographer blew the shot that you wanted to get down it. But anyway, that was Don, the first ever person to set pace down the El Toro 20 stair, but we have a couple more to go over, and bear in mind we're only going over popped tricks down the stairs, not the rail in this video, just as a little disclaimer. But next up, the switch ollie by Nick Molino. Now, this guy, absolute beast, and to even attempt something like this switch after so few tricks had ever been done down it, even in the regular stance, absolutely bonkers. Let's play it. Not a hand down in sight either. So obviously you see the arms, the wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube men arms being thrown around, but when you hit the ground with that much impact, can you really fault that? Like, the fact you even got down that in the first place, didn't touch a hand on the ground, didn't buckle under the immense impact. Incredible. Nick Molino switch ollie, that was trick number 2. I believe the years and dates have been on screen, but let's keep it moving for trick number 3.
This goes out to you.
And that would be TJ Rogers. Now, TJ Rogers, an absolute legend in the pro scene. Now I'm going to full screen this. He's going to tell us a little bit about that switch frontside 180.
And then I tried it like 7 times. I landed on it like 4 out of the 7. And I just couldn't ride away, like kept getting wheel bite or I'd slip out. And then like the 3rd time that I actually kicked out was the 7th try. And like I exploded my ankles, Hot Pocket Steez.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, I'm done. Like I can barely walk. Jumped back in the car, drove to Arizona. I literally chilled for a full week because I was like leaving to California 8 days after that happened. So like
you're going to Arizona and then going back to California.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, I was going back to Arizona and then I had to fly back to Canada.
Oh, gotcha.
You know, so like
okay.
I was like, you know what, like just chilled for that whole week, and then I think on like the Friday or the Saturday, I was like, yo, like I want to go back out there and do it. So like,
Wait a minute.
Before you go back to Canada?
yeah, before I go back to Canada, I was like,
so
yo,
you drive back.
yeah. So I was like, I asked like Tyrone and Brendan, I'm like, yo, can we please go back out to like Cali? I want to do this. Like, I know I can.
Were you feeling good after a couple days?
Definitely. Well, yeah, definitely. I was like, yo, I'm hungry.
So hearing that, I think TJ Rogers was the first one that like really set his sights on this stair set as being like a mission in his skate career. Like he obviously went to it once, thought, I'm not ready for this, came back to it a few years later, tried it a couple of times, hurt himself, and then came back with the real hunger in his eyes. And that is the video we're about to look at right here.
This goes out to you. This goes out to you and you.
So that was trick number 3, and we've seen 2 out of 3 of them be switched so far, which is pretty crazy, but we've got a couple more to go. The first flip trick is now coming up. And to celebrate that, we've got a video, My War, Dave Bachinsky, the biggest kickflip down El Toro. Let's go.
Something goes down at El Toro, you fucking hear about it.
When you're first going, if you have stuff on your mind, you better get that all out of the way because you're gonna be flying. Pushing up to that thing, I'm going as fast as I can. Like, I don't want to feel anything but clearing past all those stairs. Kickflipping on flat ground and kickflipping down El Toro, I feel like it's the same thing. It's muscle memory. Like, you're gonna feel the same way almost every time down, as big as it gets.
If you think of a trick you fucking better have on lock. There's no like, I'm gonna go and bail one, like, you know what I mean? Because you're going fucking full speed. And if you don't land on your board, you're just landing off a fucking building pretty much, like literally, like bombing a hill and then fucking falling off 20 stairs.
Fuck, I hit my fucking head.
In my mind, I'm thinking he's gonna do this. How long it's gonna take him, I don't know. But I can tell by his like confidence that he was capable of doing it. Like, he knows how to ride a skateboard, and it showed.
Skating the set, like, it was another spot to me. Like, I didn't look at it like, oh, it's El Toro. Like, when I was riding away, I was just numb. Like, I didn't even know, like, what had happened after all those attempts. Like, I wanted to get a piece, and I was riding away. I was just like, fuck yes. Like, all right, we enjoyed.
So you hear that right. You hear this guy say, just any other kickflip. It's just any other set. Just do the kickflip, roll away clean, feel numb at the end of it. Doesn't even matter to him. Dave Bachinsky is a different kind of beast. Honestly, one of the gnarliest skateboarders there is out there. And the fact that he landed it so clean, and bear in mind, this is still quite early on in the life cycle of El Toro, so to be one of the first people to ever flip trick it, in fact, sorry, not one of the, he was the first person to ever flip trick it, and it was a beautiful kickflip in the mid-2000s. Honestly, absolutely insane. First ever flip trick. This is what set the real stage for people like Chris Joslin in this 2025 era, but we've got a few more people to go before we reach that big pinnacle, so let's get through it. Next up is Derek Tracey. Now, the trick that Derek decided to go for was an early grab. One of the most unique tricks out there. You would never really expect it down a stair set, but it's one of them things where I would actually consider it a lot harder than an ollie down a gap. Because you can't really control how high you go because you're not really jumping that much. So you don't have that explosive power that you do with an ollie. You're just kind of crouching down and like pulling the board up with your feet. Oh, bro. Even like being so low down, even then the impact is just insane. Like it's like 3 times as high.
Alright, fucking A, dude.
Oh, and like any attempt like that is going to ruin your confidence. Oh, and the board snapped, truck flew off. Borrowed a homie's board or set up a new one on another day.
Give me a fucking break! Give me a fucking break! Dude, shit!
Oh, mate, the amount of survival instincts it took to stay on that board. Oh, the impact almost pinged him straight off. Hell yeah. One more attempt. Oh, that looks a lot cleaner. All right, so that's the early grab. Now, basically, you don't pop off that trick. You just grab the board and jump with it. I would argue that's actually a lot scarier because at least with an ollie you can pop, you can kind of control how far or how high you want to jump. With an early grab, it's definitely harder to get height, so you're focused more on speed, and then you'll crouch down like a little cannonball in the air. So being so close to the stairs, like that low down, it's got to be terrifying at that kind of speed. So you might think that, oh, it's not a kickflip, it's not an ollie, it's not this, it's not that. But I think, if anything, that's gnarlier than the ollie. Not quite as gnarly as the kickflip, but yeah. Fucking early grab, mate. What a trick choice. All right, next up, continuing the theme of popping stuff off the switch foot, we've got El Toro Nollie by Ryan Decenzo. Now, we're going to full screen this because this is a short video, 42 seconds, but a nollie down the stair set, popping off the nose, going at that kind of speed. Aaron Jaws does it completely naked. He doesn't just ollie El Toro. He strips off Starco bollock and literally just does it completely in the nud, in the birthday suit. Little Merlin, nothing but shoes, socks, gloves and a smile. Honestly, I don't need to tell you that the risk on that, like to just running up to a stair set, 20 stairs mind you, completely butt naked, no clothes for protection. If you fall, that gravel is going places you don't ever want to see gravel. So, already one of the gnarliest things, but Aaron Jaws didn't stop there. When it comes to El Toro, he also banged a kickflip melon down it. And he's got this little thing with ABD Collectibles. We've spoke about that before.
So I can pinpoint the moment that I remember thinking that I could do kickflip melon on El Toro. I was skating this fountain gap. I was trying to kickflip it and I couldn't do it. And I was like, well, I'll just try a kickflip melon it. And I remember I stuck it first try, and then I did it second try. And I was like, oh, I can do kickflip melons down bigger things. After doing that, I was like, I can do El Toro. And so that was the moment that I remember being like, yeah, I could do it. So I live in Phoenix, Arizona, and we drove out to California specifically to go to El Toro to do that kickflip melon. We decided to do it at the end of the trip because I didn't want to get hurt. We went to a Starbucks and got coffee, and I got a little breakfast sandwich, and we went directly to El Toro. Well, first of all, I got high as fuck, smoked a spliff, and met up with Sam Mueller and had some friends there as well. Jordan Hoffert was there as well. Got fired up. I don't even think I didn't ollie it or melon or anything, just went straight for it, and I stuck the very first one, and then I was just super hyped, and then did it within 4 or 5 tries. Oh wait, that's the make.
So you see that Jaws' kickflip Merlin again, sort of similar to Don, was very nonchalant, like, yeah, I've done this before, I could do it again, it's no big deal. Sort of like the Dave Bachinsky kickflip, where it's like, it's just any other gap. But everyone else kind of sees it for what it is. Like, if you've been there, if you've stood at the top of it, I'm sure it looks, like I said earlier, 10 times bigger than it does in the video, similar to the Leon 25, which, by the way, Jaws, as I'm sure you know, also did. So if anyone's going to make this one look easy, it's Jaws. And the fact that the board snapped and his feet didn't even move, they stayed firm and he rolled away, the board didn't split in half, honestly makes it look even cooler than what it was if it had just landed it normal and the board didn't split. Because usually when that happens, the board will just explode in different directions and all of a sudden you've got to take another try. But in this case, he actually managed to get away with it and got a sick video out of it. So you've just seen the penultimate trick before we get to our big boy Chris. Now, so many people have set the way. You've got Don, you've got Nick, you've got TJ, you've got Dave, you've got Derek, Tracey, decenzo. These guys have all done bangers down it. Only one person ever managed to do a flip trick without a grab. So big up to Dave Brzezinski for that, but we're about to see the second person. And now this was 8 years ago in 2018, the first time Chris ever attempted it. Now, this was after a big battle, you can tell. Like, he got onto it, lost balance because his truck broke. You can't really see it so good in this angle, but basically his front truck crumbled, basically, and it just caused the board to turn him in a certain direction. You'll see it. A lot of people were like, it wasn't really his fault that he came off, so we're kind of giving it to him. But it was up for contention. Like, there were people saying it counted, people saying it didn't. So I'm sure that all this time later, Chris has been wanting to silence those people, those voices, and finally get that undeniable trick, that undeniable proof, which you're about to see right here in the GMAR part. Bear in mind, 8-year battle. Chris is same age as me. I think he's a little bit older, about 29, 30. But yeah, from 21 trying it to now nearly 30 years old, you can see the shape that he's in. He's put in so much effort to his body, to his mentality, to his family. Like, this guy is a tank, absolute tank. Now, I'm not going to spoil the whole part because I'm sure you guys are going to watch most of it, but the tray flip has already been posted here, there, and everywhere, so we're going to go on to that. So let's rewind this and enjoy it. Full screen, the pinnacle of 2025 skateboarding, Mr. Chris Joslin, take it away. Whew. Honestly, words cannot describe how gnarly this dude is. One of the most wholesome moments with his kids I've ever seen, and an absolute historic moment in skateboarding. Chris Joslin has just made history. Thanks for watching, guys. If I've missed anything, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.
Fuck yeah!